So when we are using draggable, if we drag, like if there are 4 elements and if we drag the second element, should the other elements move up if we're just using draggable?
Well, draggle, what happens is that it removes it from the DOM, right? And so all the other elements behave as if that element was never there, right? So everything shifts, right, to as if that element was removed from the DOM, right? It was no longer pushing. It is no longer being used to calculate the position of everybody else, right? So it's no longer there. Yes.
Because I'm asking this because I tried the same thing that you did using
Mhm.
the CDN link. And
Okay.
it doesn't push other stuff. Yeah, it doesn't push.
What are you using?
The latest version that does not push.
Is it 3.3?
Yeah, 3.6.
Okay, yeah, I'm using 2.
And even the sortable issue was not.
Okay, yeah, I might be using the wrong version of jQueryui with jQuery. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a look at it with those versions. All right, so I'll update to version 3.3. Awesome, thank you. All right, so we want to be able to use this from within our Angular application, and let's see, is it running? Yeah, it is. Let's go take a look, and we have the assignment, and we have the widgets, right? So this is the list of widgets, and what we'd like to be able to do is drag these around, right? So let's do that. So let's inspect this and just push that to the side. If we go and take a look at where we render that, we have that in widget, and we have the widget list, right, somewhere under here in the templates, right? Go to templates, and we have the widget list, this one right here, right? And the rendering happens where? Let's see. Here we have the ng repeat. So it looks like this ng repeat is rendering all these widgets, right? Correct? Right. So it looks like this is the parent of which, let's see. So it renders. This is the toolbar at the top, and this is the depending on the widget type, it renders header. Okay, there it is, right? So it looks like this is a parent. This is a parent, but looks like this div and that div. Notice that they have this one parent which is copying and pasting over and over and over. What we could do is put a div right around here that that's going to make it sortable. This could be the parent of all the widgets, and maybe we can give it a class, and we can say that this is the let's see, what is this? We'll say widget list. Right, widget list. And what this is going to allow us to do is use jQuery to then go and grab this div and say, okay, this is the parent of all the other widgets, and you should be able to drag them around, right? So let's do that. So there's a where can we do that? Let's see. Well, we did it in the index, in the other one. Was this the index? No, that's not the index, right? Where's the index? Let's see. We could do it in the index. Well, but in the index, remember, right? We're not guaranteed that the DOM has yet been rendered. So the best place to put it for now, right, is to put it right in the controller that handles that list of widgets, right? And this is the controller, right? This is a controller that handles the rendering of those widgets. Okay. Let's see, widget list. Right now it's using this widget service dot find all widgets, right, and rendering all those widgets. Okay. So here we could do something like jQuery, right? Put jQuery over here. Let's see, do we have jQuery loaded in the index page? We don't. Okay, we don't have jQuery loaded, right? So we can't use $, right? We need to load the jQuery library. So let's do that. All right, let's load jQuery. Notice that I'm putting it before Angular. See that? It's right before the Angular library. I'm going to say source, and this is going to be JS, jQuery. There it is. The reason I'm putting it right before Angular is because Angular already uses its own version of jQuery, right? It's called jQuery Lite. Right? It's a very small subset of the jQuery library. Only the absolute minimum, right, that it needs to be able to manipulate the DOM for its needs. But Angular, what it does is that when it first starts up, it checks to see if there's already a jQuery library instantiated. Right? If it finds that jQuery is already declared, instead of using its jQuery Lite version, it'll use the full-blown version of the jQuery library that it finds. Because it's, oh, okay, so it finds that and it'll says I'll use that instead. Right? Also, we're going to load the UI version, jQuery UI. Okay, there it is. Right? Okay, so back in the controller, we can now access the HTML, right? And says I want to grab this widget list. I want to grab that widget list by class. So I would say $, dot in the class, and I want to make it sortable. Okay, so if I re-render that, this is sort of not working. Wait, what? I guess I should upgrade to jQuery 3, huh? Oh, why are you doing this? Let's see. Does it do it over here with this one? Oh, this one's not. Is not inside. Okay, this one. Okay, I can change that. Very nice. So I can sort it. I can move it around. Okay. All right. So it's sorting. It's doing what I'm looking for. It's a little weird because also it's notice that it allows me to move left and right, even though moving left and right makes no sense, right? Because all my widgets are rendered from top to bottom. So you can configure that for any one of these examples. Right? You can take a look at the API. Right? So if you go to the API documentation, it documents how you can configure the behavior of that particular sortable or draggable, right? If you want to behave in a specific way. One of the things that I would like to be able to do is configure the axes, right? I want it to only be sortable up and down, not left and right, right? So if we go to axes, you'll notice that we can pass a JSON object. See that? I can pass a JSON object as a configuration to the sortable function, right? And that JSON object will have many attributes. Each one of the attribute is what I want to configure, and then the value that configures that particular attribute. Okay. So for instance, I can configure that I only want to sort in the x-axis or the y-axis. So let's do that. Let's grab this configuration. Let's grab it and put it here. I'm going to paste it in here and say that I want to sort only in the vertical axis, right? Not the x-axis. Right? So if I go back and I re-render this, right, I can move things around. Notice that I can't move left and right. I can't move left and right. I can only move up and down. Right? In the movie. Just up and down. Right? But not left and right. That makes sense? Okay. Yes?
In this case, if you drag it and you go to the end of the page, you keep scrolling down. Can you look at that as well? Even the x-axis?
The x-axis? What do you mean? Oh, that you can scroll. You can keep scrolling down. Do you have padding, like this over here? Or this is this white space you're talking about?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. I don't know. Let's see what the options are. Well, I know in draggable you can turn it off. Let me see, just a second. In draggable, Okay, so this keeps dragging, all right? Constrain auto scroll. So automatically scroll the document when the drag was moved beyond the viewport. Set the scroll option to true to enable auto scrolling. But we want to turn it off actually, right? So this is auto scrolling, but actually we want to turn it off.
Yeah, there is an option to
There's an option, isn't there?
it's under sortable you do have
Scroll.
scroll. Yeah.
Okay. So sortable scroll. So where is it? Documentation. Scroll. So it's set to true. The page scrolls when coming to an edge. Okay, yeah. So you can try that out, right? All right. So there. So definitely we could do it this way, right? But we are breaking here. We are breaking the pattern, right? The design pattern of the model view controller. Right. The whole point of the control of breaking it up into MVC is that you don't do this. Right. This is it's totally a no-no. Right? You're breaking that barrier that the Angular folks, put a lot of effort to so that you didn't have to the controller should never have to know anything specifically about the DOM, about classes, IDs, or elements, or anything like that. Right. That's the whole point of creating the model view controller design pattern in the first place, right? That the way that the controller talks to the HTML is only through an object-oriented API, right? So we're going to avoid doing this. Okay, we don't want to do this. So what do? We definitely want to be able to manipulate the DOM at its lowest level, right? But without breaking the MVC design pattern, right? So to do this, to be able to break that design, to be able to do it appropriately, right? Angular has a mechanism that it uses, right, to create all these abstractions, right? All those ng repeats, ng ifs, ng, all of them, right? Ng switch. Somebody built them, right? Somebody created them, and we can create our own. We can create our own, right? All those ng dash whatever that we've been using all throughout the semester, right? Those are called directives, okay? And they allow you to, directly interact with the underlying DOM, right? In an appropriate way, right? Because all those ng attributes that we've been using so far, they are, that is what creates the magic, right? That creates all this high-level abstraction layer, right? So that allows you to follow this design pattern. Okay, so we can use that as well. All right, so I'm going to comment that out. And instead, we're going to use directives to do this. All right. So I'm going to stop